Yo, it's Miss OutWeigh Variety, and welcome to the first episode of Word to Wednesday show, man. Hey, listen, I am so excited about this, and I hope that y'all are excited about this. I'm thankful for everybody that's gonna start to tap in with me on this live episode, man. Hey, we about to get it going. Every last Wednesday of every month, fire episode of Word to Wednesday gonna be releasing. But look though, so for today's episode, I want to encourage someone on recognizing your purpose. Recognizing your purpose. Now, to some of y'all, that's probably not going to be a shock because I talk a lot about purpose. I talk a whole lot about purpose, right? But it's because it's so important to recognize your purpose. It's so important to be in tune with your gifts in order to walk in your purpose, right? And so for today, I want to be able to encourage you guys on what it looks like to recognize your purpose and how to begin to walk in your purpose. Now, before we get started, small disclaimer. This is not advice. I am not your therapist. This is simply encouragement. Simply encouragement, right? All right, so let's unpack purpose really quick, right? So how I first began to recognize what my purpose is I began to think about what my talents are and what my natural born gift is, right? Now, I believe that we all have a multitude of talents. We all might have multiple gifts, right? But there's a thin line between a gift and a talent. And in order for you to be able to walk in your purpose, you have to know the difference between your gift and your talent. Now, while they may go interchangeably sometimes, they are uniquely different if you really pay attention, if you really unpack your life and do a lot of self-reflection, which I encourage. Tip on another encouragement. I encourage to do a lot of reflection. But anyway, so when you're talking about a talent, see, talents are, let's use sports as an example. I'm going to use sports as an example when I'm talking about this. So say you have someone who is naturally athletic, right? You have a very athletic being, right? And typically people who are very athletic, they play a multitude of sports, right? So you have this kid that'll play a multitude of sports. They might play soccer, they might play football, they might play baseball, basketball, so on and so forth. For a girl, she might play basketball, she might play flag football now, she might play softball, all these different things, right? And so looking at it from a talent perspective, she's talented, he's talented. They play a lot of sports. They're good at these sports, right? But the key word is talent here. They're talented in all of these different sports. But if you really begin to unpack this individual and they begin to unpack and self-reflect when it comes to sports and them playing, 9 times out of 10, they're only going to be passionate about one. Out of all the sports that they play, majority of the passion and the love that they have for sports in general is going to boil down to just one particular sport that they play. And that means there's a gift there. They're gifted in this sport. They're passionate about it, right? So when we're talking about talents and we're talking about gifts in that manner, see, talents are just something that we just happen to be good at. You might just happen to be good at this thing. You could do this, you could do that, blah, blah, blah. You do all these different things. You're the jack of all trades, right? That's what they call it, jack of all trades. And while that's great, you're not passionate about all of those things that you're good at. You don't love all of those things that you're good at. You just happen to be good at them, right? And so when you really begin to unpack and think about it and you self-reflect, okay, I'm good at this, that, and the third, but I really love doing this. I feel different when I do this. I feel encouraged when I do this. I feel joy when I do this, right? See, a talent might bring you happiness, but in your gift, that's gonna bring you some joy. I don't know if y'all know, but happiness and joy is different, right? See, because happiness is only going to last for a short while. That happiness is going to last as long as this thing is going good, right? And the minute it ain't going good, that happiness going out the window. You ain't happy about it no more. You don't like it. You discouraged. All of these different things. But see, your joy, when we talking about joy, you feel it all the time. Even when things may not be seeming like they going the way that you want them to go, that joy still gonna be there. And so that's what it's like when you are exercising your gift, right? Now see, I also too believe that your gift leads you to your purpose. As long as you are exercising your gift, you are going to be walking in your purpose. But get this though, sometimes the purpose of the season that you're in, the purpose of the circumstance that you're in, the purpose of the journey that you're in, the purpose may change, right? But your gift will always stay the same, because your gift is designed for you to be able to navigate in your purpose. Hey, yo, I don't know if y'all just caught that, but listen though, if y'all don't catch nothing else, catch that, what I just said. Your gift is designed for you to always navigate in your purpose, no matter the season, no matter the circumstance, no matter the situation. See, your gift is going to allow you to be in spaces and open doors that your talent might not even get you next to. Or your talent might get you there, but it ain't going to last. It ain't going to last. Because that gift is different. So how can you recognize your gift? How can you recognize if you're actually walking in your purpose with your gift, right? It's a fire in your belly. It's a fire in your stomach. You light up every time you're doing it. You feel a different feeling every time you're doing it. It's different. It hit different when you operating in your gift. And when you're operating in your gift, you're willing to take different risks to see it through, right? You're willing to do something different because you know deep down inside, oh, I got this. I got this. You feel more confident in that space versus feeling uncertain, right? You feel a little bit more confident. Your faith hit a little bit different when you operating in your gift, because it's leading you to your purpose. Now, something else I like to say is that I like to think that we typically know what our purpose is. We know what our gifts are. But at the same time, we try to run from them. We try to tuck our tail when it comes to it, right? Because also, a lot of us have an issue with control. We want to be able to control everything. I too sometimes be feeling like, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, you know? And it's because it's a control thing, right? If it don't make sense to the point where I feel like I can control it, and I'm not just saying me in general, right? But in general, if it don't make sense to the point where we feel like we can't control this through and through, we feel like this can't be right. So we run from it. But here's something you need to know. You can't run from the gifts that God gave you. You can't run from your purpose. Listen, you cannot run from your purpose. You can't run from your gift. It is going to constantly show up in different places over and over and over again. Now, will it show up in the same form that it showed up on the 4th time, the 12th time? Probably not, but it's going to show up. If you actually take the time to unpack it and look at certain situations that you've been in, or certain things that you do, or certain things that you're doing, you will begin to recognize a pattern. Because it's there. Because you cannot run from it. You just can't. You can't run from it. No matter how hard you try, you cannot run from it. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's like a net at the barbecue. And everybody hate nets. You know why? Because they irritating. They always showing up. They small and they fast and it gets annoying. Right? And that's how your purpose shows up. Because this is what you're supposed to be doing. This was uniquely designed for you. Your gifts were uniquely designed for you. This is your purpose. This is your journey. So when you begin to unpack those things and you recognize them, then you understand I'm moving towards my purpose. So I want to encourage y'all to, you don't have to just fill your brain with all these things, right? Write them down. Write these things down. And I'm not going to tell you nothing that I ain't never did or nothing that I've never tried. Remember though now, this is not advice. I'm not your therapist. This is simply encouragement. But these are things that I've done though, right? I've written down, okay, I'm good at this. I'm good at that, right? But wait, I love this. Like I'm passionate about this. Okay, I like this a little bit. Nah, this is it right here. You know what I'm saying? So take some time to unpack that for yourself. Take some time to do some self-reflection so you can see what that looks like for you. So you can begin to decipher if I'm just doing things that I'm good at or I'm doing exactly what was uniquely designed for me to do. Because hear this now. Nobody else can fulfill your purpose. Nobody else. So if you don't do it, it ain't gonna get done. You can have many of people doing the exact same thing, but there is something unique about what you bring to this very thing that you're doing that sets you apart from everybody else. That's crazy. When you begin to think of it like that, then you feel confident, right? You begin to feel more confident in yourself. You begin to have more faith in yourself and in God. You begin to feel a sense of urgency to want to do the things that you should be doing, that you're supposed to be doing. It's a different feeling, man. It's a different feeling. And it feels good. It feels good. Now, for some people, it's not easy to recognize those things. I'm not saying that this is going to be easy. I'm not saying that, oh, you can figure this out right now with me here. You can figure this out right now. Go ahead. Type it in the comments. We can figure this out together right here, right now. Nah, it might not work like that. Some people going to get it fast. Some people not going to get it. And the sad truth of it all is some people might not ever get it. That's the harsh reality. But if this is something that you have been wanting to know, if this is something that you trying to figure out, you feel like you just need some organization in your life, start by separating out them talents and those gifts, man. Start by asking yourself, am I just good at this? So I'm using the fact that I'm good at this because I'm buying time and I'm making it seem like I'm doing something? Or should I be doing something that I love, that I'm passionate about, that holds some weight? Now, I'm not saying talents are bad. I'm not saying that at all. Like I said in the beginning, they go interchangeably, right? But you have to be able to decipher between the two if you're trying to operate in your purpose, if you're trying to walk through your purpose. That's all I'm saying. And so my encouragement, again, is for you to take some time to unpack yourself. Unpack yourself. All of us come with a lot of different baggage, man. We come with a lot of different things. Mentally, physically, emotionally, we come with a lot of different things, and we don't take enough time to unpack ourselves and self-reflect. So you might just need to do that so you can figure these things out. And I guarantee you're going to feel better. You're going to feel better about it. Because how could you not? You're learning something new about yourself. right? So yeah, man. Purpose though. Your purpose. You know what I'm saying? You matter. You were uniquely designed to do something. There was a divine plan for you to figure out what that is. Go forth and conquer. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. But what I will tell you is it feels good. It's a good feeling. It's that separation from that joy, from that happiness. It's that separation from that faith and that uncertainty. You know? But anyway, man, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. Thanks for tuning in with me for the first episode of the Word to Wednesday show. Like I said, I look forward to being able to provide these longer segments of episodes for y'all for an encouragement, building this encouragement community, man, talking about these different things, tugging on your heart a little bit, tugging on your mind a little bit, getting you to think a little bit differently, you know, and be in a space of feeling joy, you know, being in a space of understanding at a different level, you know. And so super grateful for this opportunity to be able to do this. Like I said, I look forward to it, man. It's going to be a great time. Make sure y'all tap in with me at the last Wednesday of every month. Tune in with me every other Wednesday for your encouragement of the week for Wisdom Wednesday. And again, listen, this is not advice. I'm not your therapist. This is simply encouragement, man. I'm Miss OutWeigh Variety, your host for the Word to Wednesday show. Make sure you tune in with me. Let's go.